Good morning, children. Today we will start with the new phylum, that is phylum Echinodermata, where echeinos means the spines and derma means skin. Right, so we will start with the phylum Echinodermata, which includes the spiny skinned animals. Now, again we will start with the general features as we have done in all other phylums. Okay, children, as you have studied most of the phylums, now you are known with all the terms. So it will be very easy. We will be doing it quickly. Okay, so the first general character of the phylum Echinodermata is the grade of organization, that is level of organization, which is organ system. Okay, that means in the organisms belonging to phylum Echinodermata, organ systems are present. Clear? Then the second character is the symmetry. In adults, the radial symmetry is there, whereas in larval stages, the bilateral symmetry is there. Okay, now already you are known with these terms, but still I'll explain you it once again so that it is completely fixed in your mind. Clear? Bilateral symmetry means when the body is divided from the central plane, the two halves, that is the right and the left halves, will be produced. Okay, that is called bilateral symmetry. So in the larval stages, bilateral symmetry is observed, and in adults, radial symmetry is observed. Radial symmetry means when the body is divided from any plane, that means from this plane or from this plane, okay, like this, or from this plane or from this plane, from any plane, if the body is divided, okay, it produces equal halves. That is the radial symmetry. But it does not produce the right and the left half. Okay, understood? So that is radial symmetry. Moving to the next character, that is the germinal layers. Depending upon the germinal layers present during the embryal stages, the organisms are divided into diploblastic and triploblastic. But organisms belonging to phylum Echinodermata are triploblastic. Triplo means they have three germinal layers, so they are called triploblastic. And the three germinal layers are ectoderm, that is the outermost layer, then mesoderm, that is the middle layer, and endoderm, that is the innermost layer. Then about the body cavity or coelom. In Echinodermata, coelom is present, true body cavity is present, so they are called coelomates. Okay, you can see in the figure. Okay, there are three layers. The outermost layer is the ectoderm. Okay, the innermost layer is the endoderm, and the middle layer is the mesoderm. Okay, and the mesoderm layer forms the coelom, right? So they have true coelom in their body, and hence they are called coelomates. Clear? Then habit and habitat. These organisms, that is organisms belonging to phylum Echinodermata, are exclusively marine. Exclusively marine means they are found in marine water bodies only. Okay, they are not found in fresh water bodies, they are found in marine water bodies only. Clear? Then they have digestive system, as we have learned that they have organ system level of organization. That means in their body there are different organ systems. One of the organ system is the digestive system, which is complete. Complete digestive system means it has two openings. One is the mouth through which the food is ingested, and the other one is the anus through which the waste material is ingested out the body. Okay, and the mouth is present on the ventral side and the anus is present on the dorsal side. Okay, children, वेंट्रल साइड का मतलब क्या है, नीचे की तरफ, और डॉर्सल साइड का मतलब क्या है, ऊपर की तरफ, ठीक है। यहाँ पर अगर ये डायग्राम देखते हो तो दिस पार्ट, द लोअर पार्ट इज द वेंट्रल पार्ट एंड द अपर पार्ट इज द डॉर्सल पार्ट, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पर देखो वेंट्रल साइड में क्या है, माउथ प्रेजेंट होता है और डॉर्सल साइड पे एनस प्रेजेंट होता है। क्लियर? I hope this is clear. Ventral and dorsal sides are clear to everyone. Once again, ventral side means नीचे का पार्ट और dorsal side means ऊपर का पार्ट। अगर मैं अपनी बॉडी की बात करती हूँ तो ये मेरा ventral side है और ये जो मेरा बैक है that is the dorsal side. Okay, so on the ventral side mouth is present and on the dorsal side anus is present in echinoderms. Clear? Then about respiratory system means respiration or exchange of gases is done with the help of the dermal branchia, okay, that is skin, gills, or you can say papillae, and there are tube feet also, okay. If we see this diagram, right, in this diagram there are the canals, right here the central canal is there. Then this is the radial canal, and on the radial canal there are the tube feet, okay. So with that there is exchange of gases taking place in echinoderms. Then circulatory system is of open type. Again, as it is open type, there are no blood vessels, so the blood which is pumped out of the heart is tubular shaped, okay. So the tubular heart which pumps out the blood will give the blood in the intercellular spaces, okay, as there are no blood vessels, so cells will bath in the blood, right. So open type of circulatory system is present in the echinoderms. Then talking about the reproduction, the organisms are dioecious. चिल्ड्रन, डायशियस का मतलब मैं बहुत बार समझा चुकी हूँ, फिर से एक बार और समझा देती हूँ। डायशियस का मतलब है सेक्सेस आर सेपरेट, ओके, दैट मीन्स इन वन इंडिविजुअल मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम इज प्रेजेंट, इन अनदर इंडिविजुअल फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम इज प्रेजेंट, ठीक है। देन फर्टिलाइजेशन इज एक्सटर्नल। फर्टिलाइजेशन का मतलब क्या है, फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेट, ओके, और एक्सटर्नल का मतलब है बाहर। तो जो मेल और फीमेल गैमेट का फ्यूजन होता है वो बॉडी के अंदर नहीं होता है, वो बॉडी के बाहर होता है। तो ऑब्वियसली वो जहाँ पर रहते हैं मीन्स वो पानी में रहते हैं, दे आर एक्सक्लूसिवली मराइन ऑर्गेनिजम्स, ठीक है, तो पानी में रहते हैं। तो जो फ्यूजन होगा मेल और फीमेल गैमेट का वो कहाँ पे होगा, इट विल अकर इन वाटर, इट विल अकर एक्सटर्नली, right, it will not occur inside the body. Clear? Then development is indirect, right. Again this I have been explaining many a times, right. Indirect means the larval stage is produced. Clear? In their life cycle, before the adult is produced, the larva will be produced, the larval stage is present, that is called indirect development. So echinodermata phylum organisms also show the development which is indirect, that means they produce larva, right. And the larva is ciliated, free living. Ciliated means they have cilia. Cilia are the small hair-like structures which help them to move from one place to another place, right. So larva is ciliated and they are free living, means they are not attached to any substratum, right. They can live solitary, right, that is called free living, right. So larva is ciliated and it is free living. Now moving to the unique features of the members of echinodermata are, the first unique feature is they have endoskeleton. Children, endo का मतलब क्या है, endo means inside, ठीक है। तो or skeleton means the, you know, skeleton which is made up of bones, right? So they have endoskeleton, body के अंदर skeleton होता है, okay? So children, they have skeleton present inside their body, and the skeleton contains the numerous calcareous plates which are called ossicles, right? And hence they have the spiny body. Okay, they are called spiny bodied organisms, right? And in this organisms, head is absent. There is no head in echinoderms, right? And water vascular system is present. If you see this diagram, okay, it has water vascular system which consists of the madreporite, okay, that is sieve plates. Sieve plates open into the central canal, this circular canal, can you see the pipe or the tube like structure, that is the central canal, which then opens into the radial canal, and radial canal opens into the tube feet, right? So that is water vascular system. So in echinoderms, the water vascular system is present and the excretory system is absent, right? The excretory organs are not present in the echinoderms, they are absent, okay, and the waste materials are removed out through simple diffusion process. So if we talk of water vascular system, we have already talked about it. I have already explained you in the last slide, but we will see it once again. Water vascular system, which is also known as ambulacral system, okay. In this system, in this water vascular system, sea water enters through a porous plate which is called madreporite, or it is called the sieve plate, ठीक है. तो जो सी का पानी है वो बॉडी में कैसे एंटर होगा, किससे एंटर होगा, okay, it will enter through the porous plate which is called madreporite, or it is called the sieve plate, right? And from the madreporite, the water reaches the radiating canals, ठीक है. Radiating canals से फिर कहाँ जाएगा, and it will reach to the tube feet which are called the podia, correct? I hope this is clear to everyone. I have made it very clear to all of you, okay. And function of water vascular system is it helps in locomotion, that is changing its position, moving from one place to another place, for respiration, that is for the exchange of gases, okay, for capture and transport of food, ठीक है. फूड को कैप्चर करने के लिए, फूड को लेने के लिए, जो प्रे है, ठीक है, दे आर द प्रीडेटर्स, दे ईट the small fishes and small insects which are called the prey, right? That is nothing but food for these organisms, right? So they can capture the prey and they transport the prey or the food with the help of this water vascular system. And even water vascular system helps in excretion, that is removing the waste material outside the body. These are various examples of phylum Echinodermata, that is Asterias, which is commonly called starfish, Echinus, which is called sea urchin, okay, Echinocardium, then sea lily, Antedon, Ophiura, that is brittle star, then Cucumeria, that is sea cucumber. Clear? Children, now we will have a glance at all the features of the phylum Echinodermata, okay. They have organ system level of organization, that means in their body organs are present. They have radial symmetry in adults, and in larvae it is bilateral symmetry. They are triploblastic organisms, that is they have 3 germ layers, ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. They are coelomate, that means true body cavity or true coelom is present in their body. They are exclusively marine. They are present in marine water bodies only. They can survive in marine water bodies only. Then digestive system is complete with mouth and anus. Mouth is present on the ventral side of the body and anus is present on the dorsal side of the body. Okay. Then respiratory system has the dermal branchia, which consist of the skin gills or papillae and the tube feet, right? Then circulatory system is open type. Reproduction, organisms are dioecious. Okay, so reproduction is the sexual reproduction and external fertilization takes place. Development is indirect, that means the larval stages are produced and the larva is ciliated and free swimming. Okay, some unique features are body is covered with spines, head is absent, then they have calcareous endoskeleton which is formed of ossicles, right, and they have water vascular system which helps in the capturing and transport of food, which helps in respiration as we have learned in the last slide. And excretory system is absent. Excretion takes place by simple diffusion process sites. Okay, and various examples are Asterias, Echinus, Echinocardium, Antedon, Cucumaria, Ophiura, etc. Clear? I hope I have made all the features clear to everyone, right? So shall we move to the next phylum now? Yes. Next phylum is the phylum Hemichordata, where hemi means half and chordata means notochord. Okay, so Hemichordata phylum we will start with today now. Hemichordata was earlier considered as a subphylum of Chordata. Like chordates, it has the pharyngeal gill slits. Okay, ठीक है, पहले हेमिकॉर्डेटा को क्लासिफाई किया गया था सबफाइलम कॉर्डेटा के अंदर. ठीक है, कॉर्डेटा के जैसे इनके पास हेमिकॉर्डेट्स के पास फेरिंजियल गिल स्लिट्स होते हैं, इसकी वजह से उनको पहले सबफाइलम कॉर्डेटा में क्लासिफाई किया गया था. But then they were removed and they were classified as the separate phylum. Okay, that is phylum Hemichordata. Shall we start with the general characteristics? Okay, we will do it very quickly because you are known with all the terms now. Majority of the terms you have already known, only few new terms will be coming which I will be explaining you. Clear? Okay, so starting with the first feature, that is the grades of organization. They have organ system level of organization. In their body many organ systems are present. They show bilateral symmetry, that means when the body is divided from the central plane, the body can be divided into right and left equal halves. Then about germinal layers, they are triploblastic. They have 3 germ layers, right? That is outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and the inner is the endoderm layer. They are coelomates, that means true body cavity is present in the body which is originated from the mesoderm layer. They are exclusively marine, okay, like echinoderms. Hemichordates are also exclusively marine. They are found in marine water bodies only. Then they have complete digestive system. They have 2 openings, mouth and anus. Respiration occurs through the gills. Okay, gills are present, gill slits are present in the body, and with the help of that the respiration takes place. Circulatory system is of open type. Again, there are no blood vessels. Okay, so the blood which is pumped out of the heart will be taken to the intercellular spaces and the cells will bath in the blood. Then organisms are dioecious, that means the sexes are separate, right? The male and female individuals are separate. Fertilization is external, that is fusion of male and female gamete takes place in the water. Development is indirect, okay, that means larva stage is observed in their life cycle. Once the eggs are laid, after fusion there will be formation of the larva, and then that larva will get converted into the adult. Okay, so fertilization is external and development is indirect. Then some unique features are they have worm-like cylindrical body. Can you see in this diagram? You can find it like a worm. ठीक है, earthworms देखे ना सबने, तो worm जैसा ही दिख रहा है ना. So they have worm-like and cylindrical body. Cylinder है, cylinder जैसा body होता है इनका. Okay, and at the anterior end they have proboscis. ठीक है, anterior टिप पर क्या है, proboscis है. फिर क्या है, they have a collar. And then they have a long trunk, right? Once again, the body is divided into three parts. The anterior part is called proboscis. Then the middle part is the collar, or you can say the neck part is the collar. And then below that the long trunk is present. Okay, so that are the three parts of the worm-like cylindrical body of the members belonging to phylum Hemichordata, or you can say of hemichordates, right? Now the collar, it bears stomochord. What is stomochord? It is a rudimentary structure similar to notochord. Rudimentary means it is not very well developed. ठीक है, तो कॉलर में क्या है, स्टोमोकॉर्ड है, और ये स्टोमोकॉर्ड क्या है, वो अच्छे से नहीं डेवलप हुआ ऐसा एक स्ट्रक्चर है जो नोटोकॉर्ड के जैसा है. ठीक है, अब नोटोकॉर्ड क्या है, दैट वी विल बी स्टडिंग व्हेन वी विल बी स्टडिंग अबाउट फाइलम सब फाइलम कॉर्डेटा. ओके, नाउ excretion, that is the waste materials of the body, are removed by the proboscis gland. Right, proboscis gland help in removing the waste material outside the body in hemichordates. These are the examples. Okay, balanoglossus, that is the tongue worm. Can you see beta, they are worm like. ठीक है, worm जैसे है ना, और body कैसा है, cylindrical है, और उनका body 3 पार्ट में डिवाइड है. जो anterior पार्ट है उसको क्या कहेंगे हम, proboscis, करेक्ट. जो नेक है उसको क्या कहेंगे हम, कॉलर. वेरी गुड. एंड एट द एंड द लोअर पार्ट इज द ट्रंक. लोअर लॉन्ग पार्ट इज द ट्रंक. ओके, सो वी आर डन विद दिस फाइलम ऑल्सो. फाइलम हेमिचॉर्डेटा ऑल्सो वी हैव कंप्लीटेड. लेट अस हैव ग्लांस एट ऑल द फीचर्स टुगेदर. The first characteristic is the grade of organization. That means they have organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic organisms. They have true coelom, so they are coelomates. They are exclusively marine organisms. They have complete digestive system. Okay, digestive system has the 2 openings, mouth and the anus. They respire through their gills. Okay, then they have open type of circulatory system. Organisms are dioecious, that is male and female individuals are separate. Fertilization is external and development is indirect. Okay, the body is worm-like. These are now some unique features of phylum Hemichordata, that is they are worm-like cylindrical organisms. Body is cylindrical and the body is divided into 3 parts, that is the proboscis, collar and trunk. And collar has the stomochord, which is the rudimentary structure and it is similar to that of the notochord. right? An excretion occurs by the proboscis gland. Some examples are melanoglossus, which is the tongue worm, and secoglossus, right? So with this we have completed the phylum Hemichordata also. So my dear children, now in our next video we will be learning about phylum Chordata, okay? And in your this exam, in your pre-midterm exam, I have taken first, second, third and fourth chapter. Fourth chapter is up to phylum Arthropoda, means you have to learn phylum Arthropoda. Okay, rest other phylums we will be taking in our next exam. So I hope this is clear to everyone.